Welcome to episode 3 of What's on the Cards. My name's Paolo. Welcome to the biggest chat in card history. It's taking place right now.
Sounds like proper Sky Sports.
Yeah, is that good enough?
That was brilliant.
Yeah, no, that sounds, yeah. So, basically, we realised our voices aren't for... They're not even for radio, and it's a fucking podcast. So, we haven't got like, yeah.
There we go.
I've not got faces for TV, no voice for radio, so we've got Paolo Panini to do it for us. So, we popped out on our intro today. But,
Just listen to his voice.
Oh, don't make me blush. It's too early, can't it?
Right. So obviously normally we show our football shirts of choice, and 2 people have showed up for the occasion, but Big P's in the Bahamas, as you can see.
Yeah, I forgot to put my football shirts in the suitcase, so I've not got one today. I've got an actual, it's not as warm as I thought it would be, so I've got like just an old safe hoodie on. It's not. Yeah,
I'm literally just rocking.
Did they come at Cayman, mate?
I'm just rocking West Ham away kit last year. Pretty simple today, but Paolo's got something nice on. I can see.
Oh, it's the 2001 England home shirt, which was the year I kind of properly got into watching international football, and just before the 2002 World Cup. And I don't know how old you guys are actually, but
in 2001, I was still pissing in nappies now.
Fair enough. So you wouldn't remember Heskey making it 5 against the Germans,
mate. I'm gonna make you all cringe, but I was only born in 2001.
I was born in 99.
Well, so it was a great year to go over. Fair enough. 2001. So were you born pre or post 9/11? I know today's actually the 11th as well.
Yeah, it is.
I was born on the 22nd of May, so yeah, before.
Thank God for that. So you got a bit of history.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, but like it was yesterday. I don't remember it. Right. So today we're just gonna run straight into your Prem predictions, I believe. That's gonna kick us off, and then we'll talk everything about yourself. But we like to get the Prem predictions out of the way.
Alright, no worries.
Right, I'm going to have to make quick as well, because Jimmy, I think everyone that's been watching these last 3 are like, fucking Prem predictions again.
This is the last one we'll do. It's because when we started, it was the beginning of the season. But, I'm going to try.
Game week 32, and we're still on with it.
We're going to do this. Can you see that?
You just have to go to watch stream, don't you? There we go.
Alright, I'm with it.
Right, so this is how we're going to do it. We've got champions at the top, then we've got second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, you get the idea.
Alright, no worries.
We've got them all down the bottom here, so you don't lose track. With like ours and SK's were like very similar. We ended up with like I think the odd few that were different, but we'll just see where you end up, and we'll see how close of a comparison we are.
Okay, so I did actually make a list and kind of prep one.
And
then I kind of done it off the top of my head, so I completely forgot a bunch of teams, and then kind of just squeezed them in the table. So, forgive me.
Right, let's get into it.
It's got time now. So every team that you do, I want what player you think can make the sexiest woman from each of these teams.
Okay.
Right. Alright. We'll run with it.
That's what I think about constantly.
Yeah, your mind is a bit doolally in it, so. Right then. Right, let's start. Who do you think's winning the league?
Breaks my heart to say it, but I think, I know, it's going to be Man City, isn't it?
You never know. Football is football. But we'll slap Man City up there for you. And who is making the sexiest woman?
I'm not sure why, but I went straight to Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not sure why.
That's a bit rough.
Because she'd be ginger, effectively.
Yeah.
I would have said Julian Alvarez.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Completely
forgot who's that. Who else?
Nathan
No.
He's
He's about 7 foot tall.
Yeah, and that's big bundles, isn't it?
Right, alright then. Right, second place.
Arsenal. Same as last year.
Arsenal. Getting the Champions League spot again.
Right, so.
Right, are we going to do this for every team?
Yeah,
Odegaard.
yeah.
Odegaard, yeah, I can agree.
Nice Norwegian blonde.
Zinchenko.
Ooh. His face is a bit weird.
Whenever you see Ukrainian women, it's normally in the back of a taxi on a website that's meant for other stuff.
Right, let's.
I'm told.
Right, third place.
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Didn't we put? I think we put them quite low, didn't we?
I
I think we put them in Europa, wasn't it? I think.
I couldn't do these predictions. It's like I've got Chelsea down to like 9 because we've still got the existed.
Yeah.
So it's where they finished last year.
It is where they finished last year, just in the top half of the table.
Absolutely.
Well, number 5.
All right, fourth place. This is a crucial spot.
I'm going to have to say Man United.
So literally one off the top 4 last year. Obviously, Newcastle in the place of Liverpool.
Yeah.
So yeah. I can agree with that. I think we put Man United quite low. I think we put you in like.
The thing is, they always find a way. No matter what, even with all the shit going on with them at the moment, they always find a way. I don't know how they do it. They shouldn't have done it last year, really. But they always find a way. So I don't know how, but I just think they will.
I'm a Leeds fan, so I just go. I just.
Right, so we're at 5th. Who do you reckon is landing 5th in the Europa spots?
I've gone for Chelsea.
Wait, is this year, or is it next year where it goes to the new format?
Next year. With Champions League.
Cool, we'll leave it. Right, Chelsea 5th, yeah?
Yep.
Bit ambitious. I think we put. Where did we put Chelsea?
Like 8th, mate.
Yeah, I think we put them in like just out of Europe spots.
We've got to remember, they've only played 4 games of the season thus far. Still got another.
It's a lot of new signings as well.
Yeah, I think they'll get to the point. Christmas, maybe after Christmas, they'll gel a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
you got back Pochettino.
They said this in the winter transfer window when they signed loads of players. I've got to give them time to gel, and they still can't play together.
True. But that was just Graham Potter. So.
I just can't stand Chelsea. That's what it is. Yeah, we'll leave that there. So, last team to get Europa League.
Spurs.
Yeah, I can accept it. They're playing really well on the range. Doing really well. So much I hate to say it.
Yeah, I think their goals will dry up, but yeah, I think they'll get a European place.
Yeah, 100%. 100% right. Who's going to go into the Conference League? The Mighty Hammers. Just one.
I've gone Brighton.
Brighton. Do you think they're going to be able to upkeep the European football and the Prem this year?
I think so. I think this is a really well-run club, and I don't think they would have. They would have thought about. I think the only fear I have, I think a lot of their good players will get pinched at some point. Hopefully, they don't lose in January. And I think Zerbery, the manager, will probably start attracting a few bigger clubs.
Yeah.
You know what?
If they keep the same team, I think they're, yeah.
Sure. Lots of players like Trossard and McAllister, and yet they're still
competing.
I
mean, from a card point of view as well, shitload of good rookies.
Yeah. They bring in all these wonder kids, and we get rookies every year.
Exactly.
Bringing wonder kids from like Ghanaian's 7th tier of football. Right. So we're moving out of Europa League spots. We're doing 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So we're going to go 8th first.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. Yeah, I can agree. I think we put them quite close to there, I believe. I believe. They're a bit of a tricky one, really. What was that?
Yeah, you don't know what they're going to do, really. So they've got a good manager, they've got good players, but I think the teams we put above them are probably better.
Oh, 100%. Aston Villa are dog water, like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So until Emery came, they was awful. But obviously that's what a manager can do.
Absolutely.
Right, 9th.
Brentford's.
Yeah, I think we put them lower mid table, like 13th. I think. I'm probably chatting so much shit.
Yeah, I was just going to say they've lost Ivan Toney, haven't they? But again, he's not played at the start of the season, and they seem to be doing well. The new stadium's a bit of a fortress.
Umbuemo
and Wissa.
Yeah,
seems to be playing pretty well. I don't know. They're just really organised, aren't they? It's quite impressive.
Is it that we're from Iran? What's his name? Gorbachev or something? Is that? Is the winger as well?
Oh no, you mean yeah? I can't think who it is.
Can't think where he's from.
So,
what?
I think he's only a one, but it's Samuel Goddard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Iranian.
Alright. Right. 10th. 10th.
So this is one of the teams I forgot existed for a bit. Newcastle United.
To be fair, I feel like they go out of the Champions League very early, so I feel like they have a lot of time to concentrate on the league.
I think it'll be the other way around. I think it's been such a long time since they're in Europe. I think they'll concentrate on. They've got a tough group. I think it'd be like a massive St James's, victory. I actually think they'll probably get to like the quarterfinals or something.
Really?
It'll be a massive kind of rejuvenation of Newcastle fans' glory and past glory as well. That the league will be second on the priority list, and I think they'll still finish 10th.
I can agree.
I think we're good Champions League run as well. Is all attract more players with all that money we've got.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm unconvinced that they're going to be a force to reckon with, but I think the Champions League run could potentially. Did the teams that finished third in the group, did they still drop down to the Europa League?
Yeah, I think third drops down, but fourth goes straight out, no?
Yeah, if they drop down, I think they've got a good chance to win the Europa League as well. That'd be pretty good.
That'd be well, I don't know, because we're in it, so.
True.
We're going to win it. 2 European trophies on the trot.
Europa League's not looking that competitive this year, then.
That's more the better for us.
No,
anyway, let's not talk. Otherwise, I'll get into West Ham. 11th.
Fulham.
Can't believe you ain't said West Ham yet.
Guess what? No. No, I like Fulham. I see my used to watch play quite a lot when I was at uni. And I like Marco Silva. And again, it seems to be one of those teams, like they haven't got the sexiest squad, but again, they're quite well organised. And they don't, I always go and watch Arsenal Fulham the other week actually, and they play quite well. I think they'll do enough to be mid-table.
Fair enough. I can't take a team serious that their stadium is inside a cottage. But
it used to be a hunting ground, didn't it? A bit of history.
It's some of the nicest stadiums though.
They got a new stand now, haven't they? It's alright.
Yeah. Right, 12th.
Crystal Palace.
Ooh. We think we put Crystal Palace out 15th.
They've got a really good squad, I think.
They do.
They've lost Zaha. It's giving other players a chance to shine. Elise, Eze.
Yeah, keeping hold of Elise.
Scoring a few more.
Elise was huge. Keeping hold of Elise.
Yeah, Mark Gehry. They've got some experienced players in there, like Tompkins. I think they've just got a good spine, good squad.
And then you've got Big Y.
Big Roy as well, really last season. But if you can play like Jordan Ayew, that experience, just yeah, I can't see him getting anywhere near
If
that
they
relegation.
ever get in bother, yeah, they'll have to dig up their house.
He's going to have a
Yeah.
heart attack on the sideline soon.
Well, man, how he hasn't already, I don't know.
He was starting beef, weren't he, in game week 1?
Yeah, who was it with?
Somebody got him. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It was a player, I remember, but I can't remember. Right, 13th.
West Ham.
Ugh, that hurts.
Where do you put him?
I'll put us in the top 10 this season.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to finish. I think I'll put us either 9th or 10th because I don't think we finish bottom half this year.
Made some good signings, to be fair. I'm a big fan of James Ward-Prowse.
Yep, beautiful.
Can't believe the top team isn't. Sorry to slag you off again, but if I was Spurs or I don't know, maybe like Chelsea or Liverpool or something, like, he would have been a good rotation player.
I think he because he's a captain, isn't he? So I think that's what he wanted. He wanted that team he'd go to and be the captain, and I feel soon enough he will be.
Yeah, again, for your fantasy league teams as well, he's always going to get your points.
Oh, yeah, he's in there. Don't worry, he's in there.
Straight away.
Right, 14th.
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, we're coming towards the shitters now.
Yeah,
Nottingham
again,
Forest.
I've just got good players that can have one good game. It seems like Alanga every week or one.
Yeah, I was going to say I feel like Alanga is going to have a decent season this season.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he was hot and cold at United as well, to be fair. It was like a really good game and he didn't play well for like 2 or 3, but sometimes in a squad of Nottingham Forest size, that's all you need.
Yeah, 100%.
Get you the points you need.
Yep, right, 15th.
Everton.
Everton.
You've got them to stay up. Jeez.
I have.
Wow, this is interesting.
Too big to go down.
There's never a club too big to go down.
The player.
Well, they famously never got relegated though, so yeah, you got to get histories on the side of Everton there. Well, the club is in a mess, isn't it?
The club is a mess. Like, a lot right now. A lot. But who knows? They might have a decent season, keep themselves up. I think they need to have a season where they're not fighting for relegation.
It's true. Okay, I don't know who's going to score their goals. Who's that? Dan Juma. He's been to be fair. I mean, they've actually made some pretty good signings. Cause, I know Tottenham he was at Tottenham last year, Dan Juma, wasn't he? Briefly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, they've signed some good players. Mikalenko's quite good. Again, I just too big a squad to go down. I think.
Okay. Right, we're on 16th. Yeah, 16th.
I think I might be missing a team. I maybe not. 16th. Yeah, I'll put Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Why?
Oh, so you're not thinking Burnley's going to do a job this year with Vincent Kompany?
No.
No?
No.
That's a solid answer.
No,
See, Wolves haven't been said yet either.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so I've got Bournemouth and I've got Wolves.
So Wolves at 17th. Are they just missing relegation or are they like
They are just scraping it.
Could be an Everton story.
Maybe, yeah, I think they've got a relatively good squad. I mean, they are traditionally an up and down team. They've lost a lot of players, but they've still got like players not too long ago that were playing in Champions League finals. Like Sarabia was a PSG first starter. Like, he was putting Neymar on the bench at times.
Yeah,
he's not a bad player, and he's got a relatively good defence, good goalkeeper.
Yeah,
even with the loss of Ruben Neves, he's got a relatively good midfield.
Yeah,
I don't know who's going to score their goals. Huang's alright actually, he's quite good.
Yeah,
he's overlooked. He's very overlooked.
Podence as well, hasn't he? Podence was quite
yeah. And they got Pablo Silva back on loan from Aruga on loan. But yeah, I don't know, it would be a tough one, but yeah, I think they're quite an entertaining team to watch at times.
Fair enough. Right, so we're on the relegation. So we've got the teams that you think are being relegated, which are Burnley, Luton and Sheffield. What order are they going in?
Burnley, Luton and Sheffield.
Oh, you put, well, to be fair, someone putting Luton above any team is a bit mad.
Oh really?
Yeah, everyone's put Luton 20th.
Oh, really? I just, yeah, I mean, the people are already talking about if they're going to eclipse the famous Derby County record of only getting 11 points. I think they will, because they've only played one game at home yet, because they're having like rebuilding.
Yeah, they had to rebuild the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly, stuff going on. I think it'll become a little bit of a fortress. It's quite a closed-in stadium.
It was when we played them, to be fair. Like that was their first game at home, and then on through the telly you could hear it. Like it was like they was chanting, "We're only up for the season, and we're only here for the season."
Yeah, so I went to go watch Chelsea against Luton as well. Now I've got to give credit to their fans. They're fucking hilarious. They're pretty funny. I just think when they're playing at home against, I don't know, a Fulham or a Crystal Palace or a Bournemouth, I reckon they could quite easily get a few points. Sheffield, on the other hand, who've got a worse team than what they had in the Championship. Yeah, I can't see a way out.
Ndai, who's gone to, is it Ndai?
There's a few players, yeah.
He's gone to Marseille, hasn't he? They gave him, Billy Sharp did like a video giving him the shirt number, and then 2 days later he left the club. Billy Sharp from, yeah. So Billy Sharp giving the number because he was going to LA Galaxy, and then he accepts this number as like, I think I'm not sure if it's 7 or 9. Must be 7 because he won't do it. And then so he takes it. He's like, yeah, lovely, I'm number 7. And then signs to Marseille 2 days later.
Brilliant. Right, so that brings us to the end. There is Paolo Panini's Prem predictions on the screen. Very, very, very different to what we've had before, but we like difference. But that is probably the last Prem prediction we are going to do.
Yeah, we can't do any more of them.
Yeah, right. Switch back to the normal scene.
That cow has been milk dry. Ooh, what's this background? Ooh, I can be in a shopping centre now.
Ellis is all over the place today.
Yeah, it's something a bit of fun, isn't it?
Right, so what we're gonna move on to now is I want to talk a lot about your vintage collection, because you're big into like your vintage stuff, and that intrigues me massively when it comes to like collections and cards and stickers.
Yeah,
I love it. So like, what made you collect vintage stuff?
So back in the 90s, I used to collect the sticker albums, like the classic Merlin stuff. So I think Merlin got the rights to the Premier League in 1994, and I just thought that the design of the stickers and stuff back then was impressive, especially like when you're paying 30p for a pack, you're looking for the shinies, you're looking for the David Beckhams, that treble-winning team. So the first album I started collecting and completed was 98, then done the same in 99, 2001, 2002, that kind of stuff. I just loved filling in the book and kind of collecting it. Similar sort of time to Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
It's a similar sort of thing. Like people used to collect them at school. Used to go to like, so I'm in Devon, we've got West Point Arena, which is basically a giant cowshed. There was like a massive kind of swap meet we used to go to like every few months or so, where you do swaps. It was on like a farm, which is very stereotypical Devonshire kind of inbred kind of territory. But it was just, I don't know why, I think I'm a big fan of history and sports history and football history especially. So now in 2022, 23, 21, last couple of years we've kind of been doing this kind of social media stuff. There's a big nostalgic kick on TikTok, especially on Instagram. There's so many accounts that are kind of like football nostalgia. How good was Ronaldinho or Gascoigne or Pele? There's so much content around kind of football history in particular, and that was my kind of niche into it. And we get onto the TikTok stuff, and I'm kind of jumping the gun. But that's how I got into it. So I've always collected the classic sort of stuff from the 90s, especially. That was the start of the Premier League, of course, as well. But in more recent years, I've kind of gone back to that because, for me, in the last 10 years, in the 90s, football belonged to Italy. It was kind of football Italia, Galazzo, that kind of stuff. In the noughties, it was Spanish. It was Barcelona team, the Galacticos, Real Madrid. And then in the 2010s, it was the Premier League, which was absolutely dominating. But my favourite time for football was kind of the 90s and noughties, because that was, for me, was sort of the last time where you were allowed individuals as players. In the last 10 years, it seems to become a bit Pep Guardiola, where everything's a system and players aren't allowed to be individualised. You've seen Jack Grealish move from Villa to Man City, and he's not half the player he was because he's not allowed to make these amazing dribbles and kind of be a free man. But in the noughties, you had so many different kind of players like that. You had Adel Trapp at QPR, Ronaldinho at Barca, JJ Okocha at Bolton, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic at numerous clubs, just doing fucking mental stuff like you've never seen before, and that is so exciting to watch from an entertainment point of view. And then even if you go back to to the 70s and stuff, that Brazil team of Jairzinho, Pele, going back further than that, you've got Garrincha and George Best and people like that just absolutely changed the game. And people wouldn't go to watch Man United; they go to watch George Best.
Yeah.
Or, I think that's lacking in the modern game. I find it hard to get excited about football in the same way I used to.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I do too. Like going to watch a game, I go to Leeds home games. I go to every game, and it's that they're playing. Like we have Sinistera, and if you saw what he did at Feyenoord, and then he gets shoved into a system at Leeds, and it's like he's not the same player he was. You just watch him play in a system, and he can't cut in and do all that shit he was doing because, well, basically he's not allowed to. That's.
Here's a question: do you think it's money oriented? Because there's like these clubs, especially clubs like Leeds, who've been in financial trouble, in noughties especially, that the clubs are so hell bent on keeping the revenue from the Premier League that they won't kind of differentiate from playing like a standard style of football.
Yeah. Yeah, it is quite annoying because you see like these sort of players. Like it's the same at West Ham. David Moyes, he plays that old style of football. The striker sits up top, fends for himself. He just feeds off scraps when he can, and we lost out on like Scamacca, who could have been a huge player. Like he was amazing in the Serie A, but scored bangers just because he had that bit of service. And now that we've got James Ward-Prowse in that midfield, he could have been perfect up the top with James Ward-Prowse and. We fucked it, but it just goes back to like these players don't get to like play the way they want to play.
I think with Leeds, if we go back to Bielsa ball, there's players that we have now that I would love to have played in that system because, like Willie Monta in a Bielsa ball, would have been like just non-stop up and down, like played murder ball basically. Didn't stop for 90 minutes, and teams couldn't deal with it, and then. He leaves or he gets sacked, and then you're just back to football and it's boring. That was exciting to watch.
Yeah.
You're back to...
Yeah, I used to tune into championship games to watch Bielsa.
Right, so you said earlier, you was like saying about your TikTok, said you jumped the gun. Technically, I jumped the gun because I was supposed to say about your TikTok first.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, let's talk about your TikTok.
What do you want to know? Yes.
150k followers.
Yeah.
Over there.
So it all started from the podcast me and my mate Harry do. So back to the original question as well, into collecting the classic stuff. This is where it kind of started as well. So we started a podcast of lockdown called Team of Our Lives. It's all about football in noughties, as I was saying earlier, about just kind of loving football when I was growing up between like 2001 and 2010. That kind of like golden period of just some great World Cups on, some great FA Cup runs, and just great European football finals as well. Liverpool, for example. We wanted to kind of eclipse that in a podcast. Started the podcast all about football in the noughties. Went really well. We got in like the top 200 sports podcasts in Europe for some reason, and we got in the top 10. We got in the top 10 in New Zealand. Really random. Really random. And then we used to do a feature at the end of it called "What's in My Panini." So we used to get guests on every week, and what we do, we open a pack of like vintage Panini stickers or Merlin stickers, and then put that person on a Top Gear style leaderboard, depending on who they got in their pack. I think we've done like 2002 or something. So obviously, I think if someone got like a shiny David Beckham or whatever else, they're doing quite well. You spoke to a few forward players as well. We tried to get them to pack themselves. Never happened, but that would have been a golden opportunity.
What past players have you had on?
We never actually released them because we weren't allowed to. But yeah,
how come you weren't allowed? Just because of what?
Yes, we're making this podcast for a company, and basically it's politics. It's politics. But a few Premier League players, like ex-Reading players who had like that one season in the Prem, a couple of Southampton players and stuff.
Leroy.
No, not Leroy. And like a few coaching staff and stuff. But yeah, so opening the classic packs, and it just got 250,000 views in 24 hours.
Wow.
I was like, there's something in this. You know what I was saying earlier about the football nostalgia and kind of people kind of using social media and content nowadays to kind of relive their youth a bit. And it's the same with like Pokemon and old TV programs and whatever else. I thought there was a bit of a niche there in opening in TikTok, so I just done it every day for a year pretty much, and still doing it now.
I think before I knew you and whatnot and things like that, I think I'd seen your France 96 stickers openings, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those. And that's how I found you. But that's just TikTok for you page, I think. You just, well, I follow quite a few creators like that, and you just find your way into algorithm, don't you? But,
yeah, that's it.
At least you know you're popping up on for you pages. It's always good.
Well, so once I saw that one video, that rate, that's all I was seeing. And then, like, say, because you go live on there as well. You know, if you ever click onto a live by accident or something, when you're scrolling,
yes,
and you've accidentally clicked on the live and you start going down lives and that, you're always on there as well.
That's good to know. But yeah, we started live streaming on there as well. Probably like 2 years ago, 18 months ago, something like that. And they just went fucking mental. This is before, so now TikTok is just full of people breaking on there and lots of sports cars and stuff. So before that, it was just Luke Soul, I don't know if you guys know him.
Yeah.
So I used to get on quite well with him. It was me and him, and maybe a couple of others that kind of were doing it in the UK. That was it. So I was getting like 50,000 plus people watching my streams. It was ridiculous in the heyday.
I think he, like, him that separates him as well from everyone, he's got like a professional way of doing it, hasn't he?
Yes, he's very deep.
He's really good, yeah. And it's, did he work West Ham? Did he have anything with West Ham?
I think he worked at Leeds, didn't he? But I think his missus does stuff for West Ham.
His missus does stuff for West Ham, doesn't she? Yeah. Because she was a TikToker as well, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, he's a good guy. But yeah, live streams on there are still pretty chaotic. They don't do as much as they used to, but they are quite good fun. But yeah, the football nostalgia side of things, like people absolutely love it, and I love talking football history, as you might have kind of found out already from me speaking today. I can talk hours about it, and sometimes it's just a good platform to do that as well. Even if people aren't buying packs, or it's something, I do a lot of free giveaways, as you guys know, and it's just good to talk about the glory days of a certain player, a certain club. Like the most frequent questions are, who's your favourite player? Best FA Cup final goal, best World Cup, or what was the first game you went to? I get those questions every single day. So it's definitely a market for it, and I think there's still probably room to exploit it a bit more. I'd definitely like to do more. We've not done the podcast for a while yet. We'll be bringing it back at some point, just finding the time to do it. Team of Our Lives on Spotify or any listening device.
Plug it.
But yeah, it's good. I think get a documentary series commissioned or something. I don't know. I think there's a lot more room for like nostalgic sports stuff in the social media world.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like that'd be a good path for like with the hobby. It's all like at the minute, how it always has been. It's all about like who can pull the most expensive card and who has the best collection of graded cards, and it's like they get idolised, and then they're like the heroes of the scene. But it's like people that are just here to have fun and like football. That's what I think they just get swept under the carpet a bit.
Right, and I'll be first to say, I find so many breakers fucking boring.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, no,
we're all thinking it, mate.
I say it every week, and I'm not really bothered. And it's like, you sit there, you open cards, and that's all you do. There's no conversation about anything else apart from cards, and it's like, you don't have to be so boring and so serious. And it's like, well, we went to jails the other day, didn't we, for obviously doing that, and it's actually interesting, you have a laugh, and it's just different. It's like, I'm not going to smoke at the house, but I hate people that sit there and they're just one up and pack, alright, next pack,
It's always the same, innit? It's always like scrolling through the cards. Because obviously I broke for a long time as well. I haven't recently for a while. But it's like when I'm doing, I'm obviously trying to make conversation. But a lot of breakers, they scroll through the cards. It's like, oh wow, a messy 1 of 1, amazing. And they put it to the side, and it's like I'd be screaming.
As well, though. It's like I don't just watch to see what I get. I watch because, well, it's got to be entertaining, because I don't want to sit there and just wait for it to be opened.
I need someone talking about donkey dicks and shit.
Oh, well, what was it the other day about a dad and his son sharing a cubicle or something, and there's a bullet hole.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh god.
How can you forget? That was a bad.
Mate, my TikTok streams are always controversial, to say the least, with topics and stuff. But I completely agree with you. I'm glad you said that, and thanks for showing your appreciation stuff. I put a lot of work into the kind of production side of things. I spent a lot of money on like a decent set and stuff, just because I completely agree with you. I wouldn't want to do something that if I was a customer or a watcher or a consumer wouldn't enjoy. So I try and make it entertaining first, and then this is going to upset people, but I'll put the cards second, because I come from a radio background, a podcast kind of production background. I'm a performer, I'm an entertainer first.
Yeah.
And the cards and the hobby are the subject.
Yeah,
sorry?
like we're in shows as well. Nobody has them. And it's just
it's me just fucking taking the piss out of myself, is what it is. I know it's cringy and it's like.
It brings that viewership in, and people actually want to listen.
Mate, every week I do that intro on a Saturday night for the free breaks, and every week it's like, what the fuck is this? But I like that because I want to.
But last time I remember to watch it, because I said to you, mate, I was like, well, if he replies, because to be fair, I thought we had 150k viewers and that, 150k followers. I thought he's not going to have time, because he's on what not all time. Then when he replied and that, it's like, well, we've had breakers that have a few followers on like say Instagram, like 2-3k followers that just don't have to. And it just shows that like focus sound, it's like not all about.
Yeah, I think
let's see how much money I can make tonight instead.
Yeah, exactly. You make time for people. I think that comes first. I enjoy doing things like this. I can talk for England, so it's good. But in terms of entertaining, I think there are a lot of people who are. Again, you guys have been breaking probably for a lot longer than I have, and probably more experience. And there are a lot more people on Whatnot, on Fanatics or Stream, where there are going to be a lot more studies in the hobby than I am. But as you said, quite rightly, they're fucking boring. And I've got like mad ADHD. If I was watching that, I would like throw my phone at the wall or something, because it's I don't know. Especially when you've got people spending a lot of money as well. I think you need to be offering something more. And this is only the beginning as well. I work with Whatnot quite closely, and we want to do and push the boundaries a bit and kind of change the face of breaking, because it's the same in America as well. A few people break over there, and obviously that's where it kind of started as well. And a lot of them I find quite boring as well. And I think we need to change it. Even the card shows. I don't know if you guys have been to many. Again,
I've never been to one, but we're actually doing a Midlands one. I mean, they do the alt shit. But it's not very well advertised. It's Rotherham Stadium.
Adams, wasn't it?
Yeah. I won't say, because I only saw it the afternoon that it were happening, that I saw an advertisement for it. It's like...
I think it's still relatively new in the UK, and there's still work to be done. I think I've been to the London one a couple of times to do shows and stuff with Whatnot there. Again, I find them quite boring. It's great for buying and selling and trading. But it is a glorified car boot sale, and I know that's going to ruffle a few feathers again. But it is true. I think for a lot of people maybe going there for the first time, and a lot of people are going there for the first time because of what's post lockdown, and this is blowing up as a hobby for a lot of people.
Yeah,
and they're spending a lot of money. They're then spending their own time, their own money at the weekend. So my mate Nick, who mods me on the channel, he lives in Barnsley actually. He spent. How is it? I see.
Yeah, lives 10 minutes from there.
Sweet. So he spent 5 hours going down to the London Card Show with his kids, and I don't know, I just felt like they needed something more there. What I would like to see a card show do, and if not, I'll do it myself in the future hopefully, is to do like a break fest, where it's not a card show, but it's a real life in-person break. So you've got like a stage, a theatre, you've got a festival lineup, so you've got, I don't know, SK, Yorkshire, myself, and whoever else wants to break on there that's got a bit of a following, I guess, Luke Solve or whatever, and then you have like a kind of festival lineup, and then you have a stage.
Spots like an auction, like.
Yeah, probably like paddles and stuff, like also. Well, this is where else you got it. So you make it a ticketed event, like 20 quid, and that gives you a spot in each break. So and then they randomise on the screen when you're there, sitting down in your seat. And if you're doing like a theatre or something, I think that'd be quite cool to do. And then you can like make the energy proper pumped up, have an open bar, have a DJ on the stage at the same time, make it interesting.
I don't see why they don't mix it like.
So at the London one, for example, I don't want to piss off the people who run it, but they got a top stage there, right? They got a top stage, which was maybe in use for 20 minutes for the whole time it was open for 6 hours or whatever. And the Tops people came on, and they were going to do a free break now. I was like, oh, this is Tops, this should be good. Guess what they broke?
SPFL.
At the London Car Show.
Well, surprisingly.
Chrome Light.
The cheapest box they do.
Which I thought was a bit cheeky. We're going to do a free break of Chrome Light on the main stage.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Scotland Card Show. Like, I drove up to Scotland, which is like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And it like same as you. I ain't trying to bash no one, but I mean, it could have been better. Like it was very small. Like the venue was tiny, and it was just like a glorified boot sale. Like people just with overpriced cards, ridiculous price cards, and shows could be better. I mean, like I haven't been to London yet. I was supposed to go last year, but I was ill. But shows could be better. They definitely could.
I think we need to find use of base cards as well. Like maybe like I don't know, strippers or something. Just instead of money, just throw base cards in. Just
get some dirty little.
Well, you could do like a treasure hunt for like the younger people. You could like, say let's say you've got a shitload of base cards as Dominus, try and get the whole Argentina set, and then kind of like hide them around the fucking arena.
Yeah, they do like the cards for kids.
Like adults eating through, wouldn't you? You're off.
Really?
There's cards for kids who I think BP Cards runs, and every time he's at a show, he had it in Scotland. I spoke to him. He had like a whole table with just like packs of cards, and every time a kid would come past, he'd be like, "I'll take a pack," and it'd just be like a few base cards or something or an insert. But the kids they loved it. They were gassed with it. That's what I like to see in the hobby. It's beautiful. So people.
Yeah, I was doing the same with the London Card Show. Whoever gave me a fist pump, like I'll give him a free pack of Chrome. So I was kind of like I told people on the stream before, the night before, to people did.
That's good.
Just like a line a mile long. Just
everyone's fist bumping.
Yeah, to be fair, back to the original point. Yeah, I think maybe some people in it for the wrong reasons, but I think it's got to be entertaining first and forward. I do try my best. I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and nor do I want to be really. But
I think you know that you're not as well.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. There's plenty of other people to watch, and they can.
I think as well when we said that, like in a group that we were going to do it, people like, oh, it's not, and it's like, yeah, but so am I. And it's like you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea all the time.
I think it's like I don't know how they come to that assumption. They don't know me.
Yeah, this is what I mean.
How I'm speaking to you now is very different to how I am on stream, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. So this is me. On the stream, you've got to stand up to Ivan.
Yeah, well, this is what I said. It's almost like playing a character.
It is.
my name's on it. Paolo Panini is my. I don't want to, like, when I say that, I know people go, "Oh, what a pretentious twat that guy is. He thinks he's a Shakespeare or something." No, it's not. It's just that I get nervous and very, very anxious before every stream because you perform into, especially on TikTok, sometimes thousands of people. And as you said earlier on, how do you keep that many people entertained? I could never be a teacher. It could be too much anxiety. And with the training order doesn't help. But you know what I mean? It is putting on you are putting on the front, and that's to protect yourself. You've got to be confident because I'm not naturally a confident person. I'm quite shy and timid in person, and yeah, I don't know. So what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to be myself while at the same time kind of making it entertaining.
Yeah, I get that. Like obviously, when I started breaking, it was nerve-wracking as shit. Like going live to like 5 people and breaking a box, but to you, to yourself, you feel like you're being watched and stuff like that. Like obviously, like you say, like I call myself Youngie. Like even outside of cards, my friends like know me as Youngie. Big Man Youngie has literally been around since I was a kid. Like it's literally just been my name. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, no, people in the cards scene and like the group chats and stuff. Like, I'd rather you call me Youngie than you than call me by my government name because like
government name.
You know what I mean?
00131. Made in a factory in 2001. Right?
Probably. I was forged somewhere. Right, but there is one thing I really want to talk about, and it is the Maradona that you got out of that pack.
Oh, right, the 1986 one.
Yeah, and it really intrigued me because I saw obviously the build up to it. How much is something like that actually worth?
That's a good question. So those that don't know, go to TikTok. Paolo Panini, push out forward that. One of the pin videos is me opening the pack from 1986, so nearly 40 years ago. And we got the Maradona, and I was fucking ballistic. That was insane.
Brilliant. The reaction was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's. To be honest, I've got it graded as well, so it's got PSA 9, which is pretty good. I don't know how much is it worth. I don't really know, to be honest, because Maradona collectors would fucking love it, and if in 10 years' time it would be 50 years old. And
yeah, you go for that.
Yeah, Argentina collectors, they're people who don't collect stickers and stuff at all, so they wouldn't be interested in it. I think it's subjective. The 1978 Calciatore Maradona rookie, the first ever Maradona, sold for well over $500,000 in PSA 7 or 8. But there's very, very few of those.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say, really, to be honest. I think obviously someone who would collect that kind of thing would pay more for it than someone who just wanted to hold it for future value.
Yeah, because I really want to get into stickers. I really do. Like it is like even in like 2010 at the World Cup, was it one in South Africa?
Yeah.
That I completed the book. Like I used to find people and swap with them. Like, and since then, all I've done was collect stickers, and then obviously it moved on to cards.
Yeah, so funny enough, first ever live stream I done was on TikTok, and it was just me opening the box of 2010.
It was such a good time in my life.
Oh, yeah, the 2010 South Africa stickers, yeah. I used to, on my way home from primary school, I used to nick them from corner shop.
Fuck you, Panini, yeah.
Yeah, that's down for it now.
The thing is, it's a bit weird because it's obviously doing the older stuff as well, which I still continue to do on TikTok as well. There will come a point where it all dries up. I'm not really interested in anything post 2010, so yeah, there'll come a point where you won't be able to get hold of it anymore.
Yeah, it's a gutting thing, really, because it is just going to disappear, and the people that have got the boxes of packs of stickers and stuff, they're going to hold on to them, and they're going to keep holding on to them. Because if they know in 10 years they're going to be worth who knows what, even a couple hundred, maybe a few thousand more, they're gonna hold on to it, and that's when it's going to dry. But
absolutely,
yeah. Yeah. Right. So how did you find your way into like breaking? Like what got you into this side of cards and stickers?
So cards and breaking. Funnily, I was listening to the one you done with SK, and I think he said it was Pie Face that kind of got me into it. So it's similar sort of route with me as well. So he lives quite near me actually. So I used to obviously watch a lot of his Twitch streams. I saw him doing cards one day, and Jackmate as well. Used to do it on his Twitch streams as well.
Yeah, cards
making. So I know his cousin quite relatively well. We speak to each other quite a bit. So yeah, they kind of got me into it, and I started drawing breaks on Twitch and on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah,
and just finding cards with like autographs on. I think I saw like a Pele from 2018 or something, and obviously speak to you guys today. I'm massive into my football history and stuff. I was like, what the fuck? That's fucking awesome. And then he said, oh, it's one of 10. There's only 10 in the world. I was like, what? And then I found out it was worth like 30 grand. I was like, what? Get me into this. So I was kind of already doing the TikTok stuff. And I was like, well, it's kind of on the same level. So yeah, I just started entering breaks and buying a few hobby boxes for myself. And then I started doing the Donruss World Cup stuff, which I really like. That's one of my favourite products. Started doing that on TikTok. And then he introduced like all these gambling rules for like random wheel and stuff. So I couldn't really do it on TikTok anymore. Luckily, Whatnot opened in the UK, and they gave me a phone call and said, "Do you want to do that on us?" I was like, "All right." So that's how I came to breaking on Whatnot and how I kind of got into it. But yeah, for me, it's the products I'm interested in are the ones where you can find the classic players for all the reasons I've kind of discussed. But yeah, how about you guys? What's your favourite products out?
If I'm honest, I don't have like you said, my priority is like it's not cards, like it's not. I just like football. I sort of just fell into this because I just something to do, and then it's not like I join just because people talk about football. And it's like I find people that are into cards as well. They're not all knowledge of normal football fans like here, and then I'm going to start right up there. It's like they've just got a better understanding and they're more passionate about it. And it's like I can sit here and I want to be just I'm interested in. I quite like select obsidians and stuff like that. But I'm not really messing out with Donruss too much. Like Stadium Chrome. But I wouldn't say I've got like a card now that I actually own that I'm like, well, I have that. So I don't.
No, really?
But yeah, no, because I just sell. I get to the point where I'm just like, oh, you know what? I'll flog it. I'll just flog a bit of what I've got, and then I'll send it a few more. Just 'cause it's something to do. Because it's, I think as well is, if I didn't, I'd be spending my money on different shit, and I'm not sure for it. And yeah, I do this.
You got something physical when you're not losing it, because you can trade it and stuff.
And it's like I've met so many people doing this as well. Like there's
absolutely
so many
great community.
Yeah,
and that's the best thing really. Like I've got my WhatsApp group, and it's like that started with like me and Ellis and like another 2 people or something, and it's casually grown and grown into like what it is now. And we're in that group chat every day, like every day. Like that group chat's going off every day, and when it's football on, it's even worse. Like, listen, there's been mental arguments in that group chat, and there's been people like going for each other's necks. But it's all fun and games. Like we've had people leave, we've had people like arguing in the chat where I'm out and I ain't got time to look at the chat, and I come back and there's like 500 messages of people just like having it out with each other. That's all part of the fun, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like going back to the favourite sets and stuff, like. At the minute, I'm hot on Obsidian at the minute. This year, I don't know why, but every time I see Obsidian, I'm just all over it. It's
quite a few.
The cards are just like aesthetically pleasing.
I wasn't a big fan of it, last year's in particular. But yeah, I've got to say, the more I broke it.
Numbered last year, wasn't it? There were cards that were numbered. No, I don't think they were all numbered last year. I think you guaranteed a number now, aren't you?
What, Obsidian?
Yeah.
Obsidian is always numbered, isn't it? Every card.
Are they? I might be wrong.
I believe so, yeah.
There was something that was different last year, though. I can't remember what was it, K6 or something. or was it the colour blasts were like ridiculously hard to get?
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of them last year.
But yeah, so one round, but we got some good thoughts.
While we're on the subject of colour blasts, and
there we go.
we'll let Paolo
reminisce.
It's 3 boxes not listed the day before, isn't it?
Yeah, Saturday night.
Yeah, so Saturday night, pretty great night. So anyone that entered it would have been a premium slot, was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
the event. So we did a buyer's giveaway for the premium teams most Saturdays, just as a bit of a thank you for people getting involved, and it's quite a fun thing to do as well, and get some more eyes on the channel. So we do a free break most Saturdays, and we may have given away Cristiano Ronaldo colour blast.
There were a lovely hurricane of 2 or 3.
It was a very nice hurricane 2 or 3. Luckily, someone paid for that. So,
yeah, but so
what a box though. That's crazy.
Yeah,
about
huge.
15 quid.
Huge. There's a Modric case at 2/9 as well, rookie. It's quite nice in that same box. Ridiculously good luck with Obsidian. Just, our giveaways have become somewhat famous now. We've given away over 55 autos, including a 2 of 5 Messi autograph, Cristiano Ronaldo autograph, Harry Kane autographs, 1 of 1s, case hits. We've given away quite a lot. Close to 20 grand, I think I worked out. It's close to 20 grand, maybe a bit more.
It's what
worth of stuff we've given away.
It's what it's about.
Well, that's the thing, when people say I'm a knob or try and slag me off or whatever, I'll kind of go, well, we've done pretty well.
Is it a bit of jealousy?
I don't care what it is.
It's
more than likely.
Who naturally isn't a knob? If you tell me that you're not a knob, then you're lying, because everyone's a fucking knob.
Absolutely.
Like if I could go to work all day and I could go up to everyone and they could be a knob. Like, even if they don't mean to. It's like sometimes the way some people are, it's just they're naturally knobs. And it's like, I'd rather be a knob than a pushover, you know what I mean? So it's just how it is.
You got to fight your corner. But what was I saying? I've never intentionally given away these things on purpose. I've always thought, if I knew that was in there, I would have kept it myself. Don't get me wrong. But it's quite good drama, good content. It goes back to that entertainment thing as well.
It's a good video.
I'm kind of, I was pissed off, but I kind of, over dramatized it. I mean, and it goes back to that entertaining thing as well. I've got to pretend I'm more pissed off than I actually am because it's funny. Right?
Yeah.
You've got to entertain.
You get a clip out of it as well.
Exactly.
I'll extra content to post, and it's just like
exactly
how it is.
I'm a TikTok creator and YouTube shorts and stuff.
It's like if you look on Instagram, it's just people's hands and they've put a baseline tune over it. Like, the card comes out. There's no reaction to them or nothing.
Yeah. That's why. One of the
step tune over the top. It's like boring.
Yeah, literally the first thing I've done when I got some money from TikTok and stuff was buy a face camera to stream and work out how to use OBS and stuff, because I think that's so important. Again, when I first joined Whatnot, most people weren't doing it. I think it was me and a couple of others that had a face cam. It wasn't very many people. Exactly, and then I think most people do have one now, from the people I follow anyway. And it is, I think that's part of it, it's part of the entertainment as well. People, it's a natural reaction, and I think people get to know you a bit more as well, body language, and it's more kind of intimate, so to speak.
Yeah, 100%.
I think as well, I think we have like big gimmick as well. It's like you've got your shirts, like we're a dark shirt you had on the other day though as well.
Yeah.
If you're not seeing that, then it's not content. Big tash as well.
I've dressed up as Hulk Hogan. I've done some weird shit, but it is entertainment for me. It is a source of performance.
Yeah, I am going to bring up. This is a sore subject. I know it is with a few people, because some people just jump the gun sometimes. But so obviously the other week there was a bit of a tiff in the community. A few stories being thrown about.
Here we go.
Of basically just really took the cards off the screen.
Yeah.
And obviously, listen, I've made mistakes as a breaker. It's sometimes it just happens. Like, obviously, I always, like, as soon as I started breaking, every person would shout at me in the chat for keeping the cards on the screen. So naturally, it's like anything, like, it's rinse and repeat. Once you do it once, it's all you do. But I get what they mean. Like, they want to see the cards because they want to know that shit ain't being tampered with or shit's being swapped out. But if shit was being swapped out, you wouldn't have fucking give away a CR7 colour blast, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And in that particular stream, so what? Again, it was trying to on that particular. First of all, I just need to caveat by saying I don't come from like a hardcore card collecting background or kind of breaking background. I understand that in America, quite high profile breaker got in trouble for effectively stealing a $50,000 card on screen or something.
Is it a dolphin card or something like that?
Yeah, it was something like that, and I get it. I get why people might be annoyed and pissed off and stuff. But I come from like an entertainment and kind of like podcast, radio production kind of background. I like to be entertaining. So when I took the cards off screen, it was to do a slow reveal of a case hit in Kunku 2 of 9 Batman card.
Yeah.
So if I really was dodgy, surely I would have fucking sold that one because that's the best card.
It off, yeah.
But
I think as well when you give away 20 grams worth of cards.
I shouldn't have done it, but I genuinely didn't know that was correct etiquette. I've always been doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just that
sort of subject with some people. Like, and the thing is,
I get it.
Some people are just so quick to throw stories up instead of like sending you a message.
That's it. It's the weird thing about it was, and it generally did like knock me for six a bit because I had nothing but good things to say about everyone in the community. I've never had a bad experience, and as I said to you earlier, I'm quite an anxious, cautious person. As I said, kind of like mad ADHD, and I'm quite a nervous and energetic person. So being told by lots of people who've never watched your stream and getting sent abuse as well, by the way, on Instagram messages, just fucking dickhead, all this kind of shit. It knocked me for six. I had to take a week off. I really didn't know what to do with myself. And it's being judged by a bunch of people who've never watched your streams. They've never seen a second of what we're about.
I don't know who you are.
And then try and get you kicked off whatnot on TikTok and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I saw a lot of that, yeah.
I didn't really understand where it was all coming from, so I messaged a few of them, and I was like, well, why have you posted when you post a clip of 10 seconds of someone's life, I bet you've all had 10 seconds, like, where you've done something embarrassing, like, or something you shouldn't have been done, maybe you're fucking taking drugs, masturbating, or whatever you're doing. If someone put that 10 seconds out of context and posted it online, and then you've got people just assuming that's you, that's your personality, that's your character, that's remarkably unfair. And I thought it was remarkably unfair for people who didn't even know me or have never watched our streams to do it as well. So I was really disappointed with those certain people that did do that because, again, they could have messaged me and said it was, you're not really meant to do that, or how long have you been breaking for? And if I said I've been breaking for 5-10 years, then they could legitimately say scammer or you're dodgy.
You should know better. Yeah.
I've literally been doing it for fucking nearly a year, and then for the second start nearly 2 or 3 years. But I wish I didn't apologise. If I'm being honest, I shouldn't have apologised because as soon as you apologise, that makes you guilty. In the eyes of public opinion. And stupidly, I said, "I'm really sorry," and kind of played the victim a bit. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have stuck to my guns and told everyone to go fuck themselves because some of the messages I was getting were just quite frankly uncalled for, particularly from people who've never watched the streams before. I mean, watch it yourself and stream it. Watch it yourself. Yeah. And judge me.
There's so many headhunters.
I don't understand why though. Like, there's so many different breakers, and you don't. As I said earlier, you don't have to watch me. If you don't like me, don't think I'm a dickhead. That's fine. Watch someone else. There's plenty of other people doing it. I really didn't understand why.
Just in case people watch this and say that you're all headhunters. Not everyone there. I'm just saying, I know quite a few, and you know who you are, they'll send here over maliciously just to be a dick, just because then you can say, I got intel. Well, you didn't. You haven't.
Yeah.
You've not contributed anything. It's like, if somebody makes a mistake like that, yeah, tell them. You don't have to go, oh, you're a prick, you're sorry. Just say, don't do that, because people may think. And it's like, then you can respond, yeah, fair dues, but not have to throw abuse around. And I think as well, is, like, oh, we've got him for something. It comes in here with loads of followers and loads of...
Cancel culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like...
of course it is.
So that's why I started kind of defending myself a bit and kind of saying, look, we have given away a shitload of stuff. It just doesn't add up, does it? I mean, someone in particular just said, oh, I was dodging a scammer. And again, I've said, I'll keep saying it, they do not watch the streams. I'll be perfectly honest, every time I do a free break, I lose money. Every single week. By quite a significant amount as well. And I'm in it for the entertainment, as you can quite clearly see, and I'm trying to be entertaining. I just don't know why these people were so toxic and kind of wanted to. I know that they've done it to other people too, but it's very bizarre behaviour. And a couple of people messaged me saying, "Oh, you shouldn't break like this." They're trying to tell me how to break. And I joked to them and said, "You don't tell Erling Haaland how to score goals. Don't tell him how to fucking stream." You know,
because like they only see it as like being one thing. Is you open your cards and then you fuck off.
I tell you what it is. It's gatekeeping.
Oh yeah, it is.
And as I told you earlier, I'm here to change things. I think, I agree with what you said earlier. There are too many streams that are far too greedy and are far too boring.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to not do that. It may not look like it to some people, but I'm honestly...
Same thing. Then there's no reason for... Say if we all we did is us three, yeah? We all did the same thing, we all broke the same box the same way. Yeah, there's no reason to pick any of us over each other. There's no shining star in it. There's no.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like breaking's like it is all fun and games at the end of the day, but like we said with SK, like they don't think about it. Like all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes and stuff. Like we got to get the boxes, get the supplies in, do this, do that, all this stuff, and it's like people are so quick to jump and judge and be like, cause it's happened to me before. Like on one of my first, some of the packs were off the screen. And I had some people messaging me like, "Oh, you should have known this before you went live. Shouldn't have opened the boxes if you like stuff like this. You should know your angles." I remember someone saying to me, "I should have known my angles."
What the fuck?
Honestly, like fuck off, you weird.
Know your angle?
Yeah, because the angle of the camera was just a bit off.
You should just went, "Here's an angle for you. You're a twat." Headline of the fucking day, is it?
Honestly,
yeah.
So when I first, to be fair, because obviously that clip, a certain someone posted that clip on their story of like the cards off screen, and at first, obviously, I was like, my first thought was like, yeah, that bit slipped up there, not a good idea. And then obviously you don't like it like that. That's how I saw it. So why are not other people not seeing it like that? Like it's like why are other people not thinking like, oh, he slipped up here, whatever. Like if you're that worried about it, message, be like, oh, listen. From my experience, you should keep him on screen. Blah blah blah. Done. But instead throwing it up on a story and publicly broadcasting it to his 150 followers, if it was anything big anyway. And,
people in cards love to do that though, don't they? They love sticking you on the story.
Oh, listen, if I see someone who's genuinely doing something wrong in the hobby, I'll blast them on my story. But like, if someone's genuinely doing, yeah, I know, but if they're genuinely doing something, like they're doing something to like try and forge money out of people. Like there was a certain someone back a while ago that I was in serious beef with. And some people say it was warranted, some people say it wasn't. But it's like what he done, I didn't agree with. But at first, he put me on blast, so I put him on blast.
Yeah.
But it's like just know the story before you do things. Like people just piss me off.
No, that's an event, right? No, I've just thought of something. So we want to make, as a collective, we want to make cards more interesting. So what we do then is, like keeping events and things like that, yeah, we have breakers fight against each other, right? And then between the rounds, they've got to do a box break. And then
like chess boxing, is it?
Yeah, and then, like chess boxing. But,
yeah.
And then
I mean, what I will say to close that conversation is that those people who did try out me, I know who they are, and they've got to be fucking careful that they don't slip up, because trust me, I've got receipts. You know.
Jesus.
There we go.
Right, boys. Guinea pigs both got stuck in a box.
Right, I think we're coming to the end now. Anyway, I think we've pretty much covered everything. Like,
we'll call it there because I might have to be vet Ellis now. So
I'm sure Paolo had to get somewhere, didn't he?
I'm going to say goodbye now. I do apologise. I've got to rush off.
That's right.
Because I'm going to have to play vet now. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Actually, enjoyable.
I'll let you do your thing now.
Yeah,
but we'll edit it all up. See you later. Thank you.
Has disappeared as he does. He has disappeared. But that was a episode with Paolo today on Mr. Ollie. It's quite a good. I enjoyed it. Very nice conversation about a lot of stuff, a lot of cards, stickers, other football. Talked a lot of football as well. It was enjoyable. He's a lovely gentleman. People that hopefully this, if people actually decide to watch it through, people actually listen to it and see that breakers have a character.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
No worries, man. No worries. But yeah, gonna cut it there. Cheers for watching again, as always, and see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.